What's up, fellow anglers? Tim here. So we're out in the garage checking out my older kayak here. I actually got this last year for a couple $100 off of Craigslist. Great getting out on the water, but this year I want to gear it up so I can really get to do the type of fishing that I want to do. So that's what we're doing today, is we're installing gear tracks on this old kayak. Let's stop talking. Let's get to work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, these gear tracks are not bought. These are actually ones that I 3D printed to do some 3D printing and stuff at home. Found this design online on Thingiverse, and then I remixed it a little bit because I wanted it to be able to take a 1/2 inch 20 thread bolt without a problem at all, so I can kind of make my own attachments for it as well. I'll put the link down below to the original file and then to my modified file for anybody else who may want to print these at home as well. This is very similar to the Kayak Mighty Mount system, just a little bit longer, so they're kind of really custom fit for my particular kayak. So today I'm basically going to be going through and drilling the holes for this, getting this in place. I do have a back plate for these, one on each side. Back plates here. Had some extra holes, I'm not going to use those, so I'm not worried about it. But the back plate's mostly because this is in a difficult spot to get to. I've only got one access port here and one up in the front. So I'm going to use some string to run and kind of pull this backing plate up into place and get this all screwed and ready to rock and roll. So this is what we'll be doing today, is getting these tracks added, and then in the future I'm going to add 2 rod holders on both sides. That way I can use that when trolling or just want to hang out and let a line drift for a while. Let's get to work.
One eternity later.
All right, well, finally got this first one on here. I would be lying if I said that was easy. A whole lot of cuss words and redoing things a few times now. We finally got this side done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side done, hopefully a bit easier than I did on this one. And then give you a quick run through of how things look at that point.
The next day.
So we're back on day 2. Flip the kayak around. It is raining a bit today, so hopefully that's not too terribly loud. But we've got that we've got that track on one side, and so we're going to put the track on the other side now. Hopefully this one will go a lot smoother than the last one. Let's get to it. Alright my friends, so this is our end result. I've got my gear track, one on each side. Again, I'm going to put all the files that I use for this online if any of y'all want to do your own 3D printing. Again, recommend something like PETG or ABS. If you don't do your own 3D printing and you want something like this, there are 3D printing services. If you find the files, you can have people print those out for you and send them to you for a set cost that they're able to do that. So I've got my gear tracks now on both sides. It wasn't on the video earlier, but I did go ahead and add my fish finder mount. That was a simple screw in, make it easy in the middle there. So what am I going to use these for? Rod holder mounts. So I printed these off as well. Again, I'll put this link in the file. I did trim the file down so that this would match the width of my gear tracks. And really, let's see if I can get this in here while on camera. So my goal is I'm going to put one of these on each side, one over here, and I'm simply going to add in a couple of rod holders that I found. These are Scotty mount compatible. Always have to find that point. There it is. There we go. That's what I'm after. I'll have one on each side. That way I can take it on the water, do a little trolling, maybe do some catfishing and hanging out. I did that with this other one this last week and it worked out really well. And as you can see there, the whole kayak is moving quite strong. I'm really not too concerned about that. Next up project for the kayak will be a milk crate for the back. I know there's a lot of ones that are out there, but I'm just going to do some basic videos to show people how that is done as well, at least how I'm going to do it for my kayak. So hopefully that is beneficial. And also just a point to show, you don't have to go out and spend $2,000 on a kayak to get started with kayak fishing. Again, I got this on Craigslist for a couple $100. I'm going to spend a little bit of time and effort in adding a little bit of gear to it to figure out what I want. And after I fish with this for a while, then I'm really going to have an understanding of what I want if I want to upgrade my kayak in the future. Again, just a reminder, you don't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars to enjoy fishing. I've only got a few $100s in this particular kayak, and I absolutely enjoy it and have a great time. So go find you something that works for you. Get a pole in the water, get outside. Even if it's raining like it is today, it's absolutely gorgeous. Next up, I'm probably going to be doing a milk crate organizer for the back of the kayak to help get my gear all together. I have my backpack that I use when I'm hiking around and going fishing. Throwing the backpack in the back of the kayak really just doesn't work out. It's very difficult to get in and get what I need out of it. As always, if you can, get outside, keep your distance, wash your hands, keep safe, my friends, and take care of yourselves. See ya.